I'm Dr. Veshell Lewis from Jackson, Mississippi. I am an educator at Jackson Public School District, and I have been a Globe teacher since 2013. In 2018, I had the opportunity to serve as a NASA intern at the NASA Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia. It was a great opportunity. I got to work with NASA scientists and NASA educators. And at the end of my internship, I was able to generate a document that aligned the Globe activities with the Mississippi Science Standards. Well, today I'm going to review a Globe activity with you. Globe activities are great because they're accessible to both teachers and parents anywhere. And as a teacher and parent myself, I love to use Globe activities to enhance content knowledge of my students and my children. So the activity we're going to review today is Cloud Fun. Now, the purpose of Cloud Fun is to help your student or child identify cumulus clouds and the weather in which they appear. So you will need the following items. You will need this activity. You will need the elementary Globe book. Do you know that clouds have names? You will need the cloud identification chart. You will need construction paper, blue and white. You need glue stick, pencils and color pencils, your chart paper, and also your Cloud Fun activity sheet. Now, teachers and parents, when doing this activity, you have to first make sure that you pick a day in which cumulus clouds are present. You're going to have your student or your child go outside and make observations about those clouds. Now, encourage your student or child to use words to describe what they see. Once the observations are done, you're going to have them come indoors and you're going to review your elementary Globe book. Do you know clouds have names? Now, teachers, you can read this in whole group, or you can have your students work together in small group. And lastly, you can have your students actually read this book independently. Now, parents, you can read this book with your child, or you can have your child read this book to you. The cloud identification chart is going to help you show your child or your student the different types of clouds, and you will get to review observation basics such as sky color and sky visibility. Now, once you finish reviewing your book and the chart, now you're going to actually start on your cumulus cloud look activity. For this activity, you have your students give you the descriptions that they use to describe their clouds. So cumulus clouds look like cotton candy. Cumulus clouds look like an afro. Cumulus clouds look like a pillow. Okay? So once you're done with the cumulus cloud activity, you're going to have them actually make their cloud. So the white construction paper, you will use it to cut out the cloud, and you have your student or child actually glue the cloud to the blue paper. Now, once your child or student has completed the cloud, you can display it at home or you can display it in your classroom. The next activity we'll do is weather words. Now, we've already described the clouds. Now we would like our student or our child to actually describe the weather that they experienced during this cloud observation. So students may say hot, it was breezy, it was cool, or it was sunny. And the very last activity you will have your students complete is the Cloud Fun student activity sheet. Your student is going to talk about how the cumulus cloud looked to them, what was the weather that they experienced, and they also get to actually draw the cloud. Something fun that you can do with this activity sheet is actually compile them and make a cloud book. So both teachers and parents could do this. A great way also to enhance this lesson would be to use journaling. So there's two types of journaling that you can use with this activity. First is cloud journaling. What you could do is have your student or child actually go outside every day for a week, record the clouds and the weather, and then at the end of the week, you will discuss with them if the clouds present actually had a connection with the weather that they actually experienced. Okay? The next type of journaling is nature journaling. Nature journaling is great because it gives your child or student an opportunity to observe nature. Teachers, you can have your students observe the nature surrounding the school, or parents, you can have your student observe nature within your backyard. What I do encourage is for you to make sure that your student is relaxed, and make sure that you encourage them to use their 5 senses when making these observations. And also motivate them to take notes, to collect samples of the things that they actually observe. Well, I've enjoyed sharing this time with you today, and I hope that you found this information to be useful. You have a good day.